The RoofTec 2.0 system is for drying the built-up roofs that might have been saturated and wet for multiple years. It's non-intrusive, so we don't have to do tear-off on the roofs, and the operations underneath where the roof is being constructed can be maintained without any issues. Quiet and efficient with electric power. There's no gasoline engines in this, and the decibel level is below 75, so people within the building will not hear the system as it's being operated. What we do here, we would build the roof, soak it, install the system, monitor it on a daily basis to see how the dryness progresses on the simulated test deck, get it to the dry point, and then if we go to the fourth step, that would be utilizing the vacuum chamber, which simulates hurricane winds.
It's important to test to validate we know what we're doing and that we can show the customer that what we are performing on their roof actually works. The idea of drying out a roof is really foreign to many. 20, 30 years ago, they said it was impossible, and now we're taking very small units, as you can see behind me, and able to dry out 1,000 square foot at a time with one unit. So it goes against the science that was always told in the roofing world and proves that we can indeed dry it out and return it back to a natural state.
This process does give us a good idea of the duration for drying a roof of different built-up styles of different layers. Different ages of roof would behave differently, and we can simulate that as best as possible here in the lab. Bring in our clients and actually show them, okay, here's what we do expect in the field.
Typically it all starts with our sales reps and working with their customers, so they identify a potential candidate for the RoofTec 2.0 drying system. They'll have an assembly list of whatever the deck type is, insulation, adhesives, and then membranes. We'll build it here to simulate what's on the roof, and then from there we'd saturate it for 2 weeks. We'd then drain out the water and then turn on the systems to dry out. Depending on assembly, it could take 2 weeks, could take 4 weeks. It really depends on deck type, insulation, density, etc. But then we'll dry it out and go through the verification process. The big capability is that when you build an assembly in here and validate it for a customer, it proves to them that the roof they have on their facility, albeit maybe is wet, can be dried out and left in place and then restored. So they don't have to go through the process of disrupting whatever they have, food manufacturer, auto manufacturer, whatever it may be inside the building. So therefore they can leave it in place, they can dry it out, and then we can restore it. We typically say that's the last roof they'll ever buy.